I think art in general, it's therapeutic. It has a lot of experiences for us to just relax, and also to project us into an environment that we may not have an opportunity to be in. Maybe we want to remember something, or if we're, working a hard job in an office or a factory or whatever we happen to be doing, it's really nice to be able to have some time to just experience a different environment. And realizing that you can actually create this to give the emotion and the feeling that you'd like to be able to convey is not only for you, but for others as well. I just think it's really a wonderful opportunity that we have to create and to express something that is just a better place. I think one of the things that I have the opportunity to do in helping you is not just to say, well, 1, 2, 3, go, and you're on your own. And I know that people have talked about classes that they've had that's pretty much what happened. Maybe somebody walked around and told them, oh, you might want to put a tree there or whatever it is, and that's all valuable information. But I like to try to explain things, but also to show you. And I want you to be able to see the results and have the opportunity to try it again if you want to, and again if you want to. And each time you can add something new that you've learned, but even on its simplest levels, the most basic levels, I would hope that this gives you the opportunity to say, that was worth it. I really enjoyed that, and look what I've done. You can show it to somebody and see whether it takes them to a place that either you're thinking of or that they imagine and remember. It's always exciting to be able to tell you we've actually finished another DVD series. We work so hard to get these out, and it takes a lot of effort and time, and so when we finally finish it, it's nice to be able to really let you know. And this one's from our studio classes. It's called Morning Mist, Landscape Drawing Simplified, and it's now available in a 4 DVD set and or a digital download, which will save you the shipping. And for a very limited time, we're making it available for just $59.95 instead of the $99.99. That's 40% savings if you can take advantage of that soon, because it's, again, going to be a limited time. Plus, we're going to include a free set of Blick Studio Professional Drawing Pencils, the 5 that we use in the 5-pencil method classes, and that's going to come with every order. So this, again, is only available for a short time. I don't hate to have you, if you had hoped to be able to get it. We're going to try and make sure that everybody can see and hear about this, but it'll only be for a short time. There are, again, 6 classes in total. We're going to have a few critiques from some of the students, and it's going to be over 10 hours of drawing experience and, I guess, insight. I'm going to do my best to try and explain things to you and give you the opportunity to get started on maybe even something brand new. I know how hard it is and how intimidating it is to look at a blank piece of paper and maybe not have the experience, or you just don't know what to do. It's really an intimidating thing. And I want to try to encourage you to let me help you. I want to do everything I can to explain and to show you some things that will help you start off with that first step. Then we'll add another one and another one. I want you to realize that you too can do some of this, and it'll just keep improving all the time. So go ahead and click on the button just below this video. Let me go ahead and take your hand and pull you into this experience and give you the opportunity to realize something that you may have always wished you could do, and now here's at least an encouragement and an opportunity to do it. I just think that a lot of times we don't realize what we can do, and as you keep going, you find out, oh, I do have a knack for this, or I think this is within my scope of possibilities. And so I just think it's exciting to take that step, and if I can help you take that step, that's what I like to do. There's very few of us that have all the money we want. And when you go to purchase something that seems like it's a lot of money. I try to think about myself when I'm purchasing a set of pots and pans. I mean, I'm going to be using these things for years. One of the nice things about having a set of classes like this is that you get to come back anytime you want to and repeat the experience. Catch those things you might not have fully remembered, or just like taking a trip. You take it more than once, you see things you didn't see the first time, and it just goes the same way. It makes it a pretty economical cost. I don't always like to be in the position of selling my stuff, but I think that really when you get down to it, I'm glad for the opportunity to be able to create these. The 5-pencil method team, all spends a tremendous amount of time putting these things out, and yet we always try to keep them as economical as we possibly can, and giving you a long-lasting experience, not just a flash in the pan like a vacation. That's worth something, but not just like a vacation where you have to come back home and the money's spent, and there you are. This, again, you just continue to experience as many times as you want to, and it just keeps making you into a better and better artist yourself. Even if it's not your profession, you can still have the opportunity to continue to improve or to reinforce what you thought and heard, or just have the experience over and over again. So I think if you really look at it, the cost per experience is really quite a bit less. I think if you're ever questioning whether you have any creative ability, again, this is a great opportunity for you to start seeing that you can have results. It should be something that isn't so intimidating. And I think a lot of people don't express themselves in art because they're scared. They don't know what to do. So if you have just been influenced by the great pictures you've seen somebody else do, and I don't think I could even draw a straight line, here is an opportunity for you to be able to go ahead and express yourself at whatever level that you might enter the project. It could be so basic, so simple, and then you find out what can be accomplished in its simplicity, and you might just want to go further, or again, like I said, do it again and again. If you're just in a situation where you've maybe it's grief therapy. I've had many students that have come into my classes over the years and lost a loved one or had some terrible thing happen, and have used it as an opportunity to get away and just experience something positive, something else. Maybe it was that place that you remember as a child, or you shared with somebody at some point in your life, or that moment that you were all by yourself and were so inspired. Might depend on your livelihood, your workspace, or your workplace. Wow, I'm in a studio right now that isn't that big. I have other places to go, but I'm going to be drawing something that can take me beyond these walls. I just think the possibilities are endless, and I think that each one of you, of course, I'm just making suggestions, but I think each one of you have an opportunity to not only have this opportunity to get out of yourself or your space and do something you never thought you might be able to do, and have a feeling and a almost a deja vu, like you've been there before. And you might be able to do something that interprets it a little different, something that was maybe even more ideal than you remember, taking some of the basics a little further. It's a wonderful thing about art. You can add a different sky. You can add a tree. You can put a little stream or whatever it is in a drawing. And anyway, whether you're a child or you're retired, I want you to be able to have the opportunity to say, you know what, one thing I'm glad I did. And that was I picked up those pencils and I actually did something about it. it's real easy to procrastinate on actually fulfilling your dream. There's so many people I meet that say, I wish that I had drawn years ago. And it's easy to put it off, have it out of sight, out of mind, forget, you get busy, get distracted, and you may not capitalize on this opportunity. So go ahead and take that opportunity now and click on the button just below the video.